Jonah. Shout out to you. Happy birthday.
Shout out.
Big up,
Good vibes. And yeah, everybody was shaking leg. Lots of sweat.
Literally everyone. Like,
everybody was shaking.
Not just Gallum, you get me? There was man them shaking yash. It was kind of madness. It was madness.
What, are we going to unpack that?
Well, I think we low-key kind of have to.
I want to sit back and
we can't ignore that.
I'm not going to lie to you, yeah. Both of your reactions, yeah, spun me.
Bruv,
what song was it again?
I can't even remember the tune.
Bro, but it was
all I know is that man. There was
it a Daggering song?
Yeah, it was a Daggering song. I'm trying to remember what song it was.
Yeah, it was a big one still, the big Daggering tune.
Listen.
What Vibes Cartel?
Something like
that.
It was something big.
But you know, like when the chorus, that's the part where you're meant to do.
Yeah.
So that, yeah.
No,
not
something like that when they started going, yo, what the fuck you look, yo,
alright, cool.
You get me?
Disclaimer,
you know, his reaction killed me though, because he was like, hey, word, mothers.
Yeah, like
let me set the
if
scene.
you get closer, bro, what we gonna do? You get me?
Disclaimer.
I said I've never seen that.
Obviously, we ain't got nothing against you. Get me?
Yeah,
How do you say it, fam?
The LBGTQ, LBC,
them,
ABC.
all of you, man.
We ain't got no disrespect. You get me?
No disrespect, but this is just like very funny, and we ain't used to seeing it from where
just
we're
say
from.
it's an observation, isn't it?
Cool. So obviously, we're all chilling, innit? Chilling. Everyone's going in. You get me?
DJ's going in.
Something happened, and then 2-2s. I'm seeing two people going in, like dancing with each other, innit? But then I'm looking a bit closer. I'm like, hold on. It's like two guys. I said, what's going on there? And then it's one of them ones, yeah, I can't believe my eyes. So I've looked to the man them, innit, to see that, oh God, you man seeing this too. Yeah. I see Kofi. Kofi's grabbed his cup, innit, just sipping it. And you just looked away, innit. Then I looked at Nick.
It's the only thing I could do, bruv.
At that point, I saw Nick's like mothers, bro. Never seen nothing like that.
I've never seen that in my life.
I've heard this song for years. Never once have I seen it.
Never seen like two-man gang ham like that.
And when Nick said it, that confirmed in my head that, no, that's actually happening.
That's what you saw.
Do you get me? Because in my head, I was like, raw.
But you know what it was, yeah? It was like, my thing was, yeah, because it was so much happening, yeah. I didn't really think you saw what I saw. So I just like,
nah, bro, that happened right in front of me, fam. It was in my eyesight, fam.
Sweaty and misty in there. Man's just having a good time. I just said, say nothing.
Yeah.
But then, like, when I see Nick's stretch, I say, yeah, them niggas saw.
Yeah, when I saw that, I'm like, I've never ever. But then it dawned on me, yeah. I was thinking, what is this the landscape now? Like, are we gonna
in that room? Yes.
Well, but the thing is, anywhere in it, like, are we gonna be going to party, going to clubs, and seeing that, and not having to, like I said, against man's will, but like, gonna have to firm that. Like, that's the norm now. You get me? Where it's like,
you know what's mad though,
man, I have to firm seeing that.
You know what's so mad? It is the first time you've seen it, because you know, like when we go raves, normally what's come normal is us seeing girl on girl just dancing. Yeah, that's a normal thing.
That's the vibe normally.
That is. But it's like, have you ever seen it where it's like? So I was at a party one time where I seen two. I think they were partners, or maybe they were just feeling each other. But like, these two were obviously girls in it. They were going intimate. Like, I'm talking like me and you were leaving here together, or like me and you already been here before. So I looked at them and I was like, oh, they're a couple. It's not a dancing thing. Like, they're doing this. And it's mad because when I look at that, I'm like, yeah, man, they're in the middle, man. No one's worrying about them, innit? But then it was like, I feel like it's because we haven't been exposed to it as much, where we've seen, like, obviously two man them.
No, I've been exposed. I've been to a gay club before. So.
Did you know?
Wait, hold on. You hear what you just said?
Yeah. No.
Wait, can we pause?
Rewind.
No, like,
reload it.
I need to know why someone like Nick has been in that
I asked him, like, did you know?
No, but that's a great question, because man didn't know.
You didn't know?
No.
So you went and you didn't have a clue what's going on.
Man, them cool.
Set the scene, please.
I'm gonna set the scene. So cool.
In this country,
bro. In this country, you know. Alright, it was with the man them. No, it gets worse. It was one of the man them's birthdays.
you know, if you're a regular at that club, yeah, you must have been chilling.
Who was that?
Fresh new meat.
It gets worse.
These niggas look
good. Nick's skin phase.
Yeah, what's there? Like,
this is the scene.
Oh, I like that tall one's mine.
That one there is mine.
Alright, yeah, no, get your jokes off, innit? I know you want to get your jokes off.
It's mad. Because you remember something like, you know what's funny? You know when you go to a club, yeah, it's like for the first minute, you're just scanning the scenario. So them man are probably looking at you like, oh, they know what the vibes is. So they're like, yeah, you scanning for the niggas.
That intro for that music video.
You remember saying like, oof, so what we saying? It's like, okay, man.
Baddie. Hold on. So basically, it was a mad situation. Alright, cool. So you know you going out with a man named Man's birthday. It's like, what's the man name on?
Whereabouts was it?
I'm gonna get to all of that.
Say name.
It was in Vauxhall.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
So obviously it's like, where the man name guys? So the man name linked up around the corner, whatever. Boom, boom, like, what's going on? Everyone's dressed up. We're going out. We don't know where we're going though yet. And then one of the homies was like, oh yeah, like one of the homies got this spot in Vauxhall. You know when you hear that. Bearing in mind, man's between the ages of 19 and 21.
Wait, who's one of the homies?
Like one of the homies. Yeah, no. Very important. Cool.
Because we need to know where.
Very important. I'm gonna get to that too. So boom. We're like, cool. Like, where's the spot? He said, oh, it's in Vauxhall. Blah blah. What's it called? Guess what the name of the club was called? Bad Bitches. So we're like, what?
Word.
We're like, what? Word?
Hey, you don't know when you're young. You're like, we're going there. Bad bitches.
We're going there. What? Bad bitches? No, we're sliding still. Fuck.
Bad bitches.
And if niggas is hearing this, you know that night, bro. That night was mad.
Is that place still?
I don't think it's around. I checked in. I checked
Bad
if it's
bitches.
around. But hey, man,
I'm
Google
just
it.
doing for my sake. Like, you know what I mean?
What?
No, I said like without.
Hold on.
How do you not know where I was going?
Wait.
How do you not know
What's
where I was?
Kofi talking about?
As in, like, how do you not know? I'm saying, so then in case someone says, "Oh, I've got a birthday," I'm like,
Also,
if
you
it's
know
there.
not to go bad bitch.
you know what I mean? Because like I heard that, but
Saved
it's not,
yourself. That's a good saying.
I heard that, but thank you, but it's not my vibe, innit? Them kind of ones.
Rotted. Alright,
You have to say, do you know what happens that day?
Do you know what goes down there? So yeah, boom. So we make our way there in it. Now we're in like 2 or 3 cars, making our way down there. Go boom, go down there. We're gas, bro. We're getting bad bitches. This is Vauxhall's Broden's birthday. We're juiced. This is lit. Get there now. Get in this line now. This is one of the funniest things. One of my boys, he was kind of known at the time, little bait in it.
Man.
No. It's not even that. It was mixture. It was the gal and man. So the line looked proper. The line was like, what? Like, this is looking brazy. Like, it's kind of lit. But one of my homies, he was kind of like bait at the time, innit? So he knew the bouncer. So he was like, yeah, you lot come true, man. Like, come through the front. You get me? Like, just come true. And was like, I bet. So we came through. And we're like, all right, cool. But in Vauxhall, if you know like some of the clubs, this club is like one of the clubs that's on the, you know, like where the bridge is. Like there's
Also
a bridge, There's like, so it's all booky. Like when you, when you go through there, it's like industrial things. So you got to step over stuff. So you get through now, you cut through, and then as we're walking through, we see one of the homies coming out of the club, like from the ends,
So he's shaking
like
his head.
from like Forest Hillside. You get me? But we're from Brooklyn, but he's from Forest Hillside. Like. And we're like, well, go on. You get me? We saying blah blah, like showing them love. And he's like, hey, bless up, and he goes. And we're like, nah, hold on.
Said, yo,
but at the time, it's normal to us. This is what I'm saying.
But deep it though, yeah. You're coming out of a gay club, innit? Now you bump into your homies going, but you probably don't know they're going. All you all think, oh shit, that man saw me.
Did he look happy though?
That man saw me coming out
normal,
here.
that's what I'm saying. He looked like you would do. If you saw him coming out, you get me? Like you
actually see him coming out of the...
Bro, we came out of the function, so like bless up. Remember, there's like 7, 8, 9 of us.
What time was
One
it
of
now?
him, 2 of him.
What time would it have been now?
This was like 11:30, 11:45.
You know what's mad, yeah? If he looked happy, you lot probably just found out that so he probably was a bit like, oh damn. Nick, what you lot saying?
Looking all suspicious.
I had to drop off my girl. Yeah, everybody, I'm out.
It was
you lot
so
real
random.
safe.
So we get there now. Obviously, we said about Mwagwan to my man. We get through to the actual spot. We go inside, and it's beginning to dawn on us like early doors, like
looking a bit booky.
because there's bare gal, but there's bare man, but the man of my
So
dress,
there's girls in there,
of course.
but it's a gay club.
Yeah, well, girls can be gay too, bro.
I didn't know they mixed it like that. I thought if it was like a girl
mix. Yeah, it worked like
So
just
it's just
man
like-
them. No, it was bag of gal in there, but a bag of man in there. So we're like,
But each gal was
yeah, gal with gal and man with man. And, you get
that
me?
is what you call it.
But we
segregated
didn't deep
club.
it, you get me? So we're in the club, so you can tell how that looks. It's packed, but
No,
there's gal and there's
I
man
don't
there.
blame him because I thought it was just all men.
So we're in there, we're like, alright, cool. But like, it's a kind of fruity, but say, you know, like you're in a different area, like Shoreditch or something. You're like, you know what, let me firm this. It might be cargo.
Your tolerance meter has to just
like it's like, you know what?
You have to just go in there.
It's
like,
a bit
what
strange
it
in
is,
there,
what it
but you
is.
know what, man? Alright, cool. You get maybe we've got to be on Saturday
He's
today.
in a
You get me?
utopia, bro.
Yeah, so I'm like, alright, cool. So we're in there now, we're vibing a little piece, but we're like, nah, something something ain't right here, man. I'm like, what's going on,
My funny
bro?
man's feeling something.
We start seeing certain girls looking like mandem in there now. So we're like, no, like, hold on, wait, ain't that a brother or ain't that a girl? Like that starts happening now. Like, did you just see all of? You remember what we saw in that party? We're starting to see that now. Like, what was it? Like, bro, did you see that? Like, we're seeing that over and over and over. And we're like, nah. So then,
Bad bitches.
so then, obviously we go to like the bar. We ask like the bartender, like, no, is this a gay club? Like, what? Like,
You never have to keep your
what type of
You
club?
gotta keep your voice down.
Yeah, like what kind of
Before
club
they
is
start
this?
fighting on you.
He said, no, yeah, it's like a, get me, it's where, it's that. The man them say to her, man, yo, it's that still. And we're like, no way. You know when you realise something that say to her, like, no way, that's where we are. Now everyone's looking at each other like, well, you lot trying to stay? Or we're like, who's going to make the decision to be like, no, we got to bounce, you get me?
Hey, listen, if you don't order your sexual preference, we all go out.
Yeah, so it was
I know there was one brother there that he was like, no way. Hey, boss man, let me get 2 JD quick.
And his prices ain't bad, bro.
It's quite so bad, it's not looking too bad. You get me? So it was like raw. So we got like cool. But then obviously I'm trying to find out like who suggested this. You get me? Like who was the who?
Man,
You get me?
It's not even the time for that right now.
Brother.
You might can't even hear each other.
No, but we're like now walking out of the club, like
Oh.
because obviously, like I said, you have to go through, and then there's like a long industrial spot, and then you go to the actual club itself. So it's like a little, so we're in like the like corridor, but outside and the alleyway kind of thing. So we're like talking like whose idea was this? How do we end up in this situation? Nine man here. You get me?
Just mad now. They're not
How
even
did
happy
we get
anymore.
here, fam? Get me? And then obviously, one of the homies, man, like you bugging. Like, I'm like, who? Then he said the name of the person. Now this person is a girl, but she's mandem, bro. Like, she's mandem.
She's man them.
Oh, so that okay. So
Like
it's kinda
she's
like,
mandem. Like imagine a girl, but
is it one of those ones where it's
she's
like
a nigga though?
Is it one of
What
those
do you
ones
mean,
where
fam? Like,
do you mean
like
that?
tomboyish? Like,
Yeah.
Oh.
Like she's mandem.
Yeah.
She's never been looked at as a thing, bro. She's always
you know,
been
it's,
mandem.
like, it's always been Levi 504 jeans all day.
Yeah, she's always been mandem, bro.
Yeah.
She's straight mandem.
Yeah,
mandem.
she's straight mandem still.
And you know, in a relationship, she's the man in the relationship.
Yeah.
Them kind of ones.
Yeah.
See, then when that's the kind of name where it's like, oh, it makes sense.
That's what we found out. That's
Yeah.
because only one of the niggas really knew.
Do I know the person?
No. But they're known in the ends of it. But yeah. So
That's mad.
only one of the men really knew who the person was that suggested it, but they didn't think it would be this. You get if it was going to be a calm thing. Like, but then when we found out who suggested it, it was like, brother,
Makes sense.
fam, that's mad. You get me?
But you
So
know what's mad though, yeah?
crazy stuff.
You was in a mad situation, innit? And that was just like, boom, you're in there. You left, right, and center. That's what you're seeing.
Yeah.
But like, more time now, I feel like we're gonna become more used to like, if you go out, you are gonna see guy on guy, same way girl on girl, innit? Like, when we've seen girl on girl, it's probably not been as brazy. Like, we ain't been like, yo, man, them, like. But like, when it's guy on guy, I think maybe it's the thought of like, raw, like, these men are outside. And it's like, it's happening now, innit? Because you know, usually you always go outside and you might see like that now corner of the alley, like you see the situation where it's like, no, it's out in the open now. So it's like, I wouldn't be surprised if I went to a young cargo in Shoreditch and I'll be in the middle of the dance floor and I see boom, boom.
Now,
You know what I mean?
But I think seeing like going into a club and maybe seeing two guys holding hands in the club or just flexing over there, that ain't nothing brazy to my mind. What we witnessed, bruv, in this club or in this thing the other night, that was mad. What we saw, that was brave. I've never seen that. That's a whole nother.
Is it because we never seen it to that song?
I've never seen that in general, full stop, bro.
Yeah, I ain't seen that. That's mad. Like, we're talking about man whining on man, you know? Like,
No, but you know what it was though.
holding right hand, right knee, left knee, everything down. You get me?
ass shake, ass
You get me? Like, going brazy, bro. And we're like, nah, hold on, like, nah.
Also peak, yeah. Men had to like, what? I had to look to
But you know what it is though,
to
yeah?
cement
But
it.
you know what it is, and this is how you know we was in that different kind of space.
That was bad. That was bad.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if we was the ones to be like, what's going on? Like,
Was the
man,
only
be like,
niggas-
you be like, yo, like, come on, man, that's not the vibe. innit?
We was the only
You know what I'm
niggas
saying?
doing that still, I think.
I think we
Nah,
was.
that's what I said. The first person I looked at was Kofi.
But that's the thing. But
he brought us here.
Yeah, by the way, Kofi brought us to that spot.
Yeah,
So.
and then I look at Kofi. Kofi's like,
He's having a good time.
Like, that's bullshit.
He's
You get
That's
me? No,
bullshit.
it was lit. I won't
No,
lie.
it was a vibe. Don't get fucked up.
get
But
me?
like,
Yeah.
I was looking around like, nah, bro. There's a lot. You get like, it weren't just 2-3. There was like a batch.
It took me like 5 minutes after seeing that to like relax again.
And a batch of like there was also a moment that I saw of another one coming in and seeing one that they knew. You know, like when you go and see like when a man is like, oh yo, I got your hair. I saw that too. I was thinking, nah, these are across the city with it. Like,
Cause you know,
your hair. I said, yo,
do you know what goes through my mind though?
What's that?
Imagine now. So I've seen that in it. I don't know how that started.
Yeah.
You get me? Because normally them songs come on. DJs like every man grab a girl, all of that. You get me?
Every man
Obviously
grab
they've
a
done
man.
that thing. I'm thinking, wait, if I'm standing next to these two guys, them two on my left and right, yeah. Imagine I'm standing next to someone else, and he's one. You get me? DJ runs and next to them that goes crazy. Man tries put his hand on my shoulder, bro. If I turn around and spun this draw, yeah, am I the bad one in this situation?
Nah, but you know what though? Low key,
You're not the bad
I'm
one.
not gonna lie, that's what's
No.
going through my mind. I was like, if you get me,
no, you're not.
Because naturally, you're gonna go by how you feel in that natural situation. Because you're not gonna be calm. If I'm seeing that, the mad thing, come on, man, how can I be calm? You know what I mean? But obviously, people are gonna look at you like, "Raw, what are you saying?" But it's like it's not normal. You know what I'm trying to say? It's not normal, man.
But you know what's mad though, yeah? It kind of ties into one of the topics I actually wanted to speak about it later on today as well. See testosterone, innit? Testosterone is really is a man-made thing. Well, not man-made thing, but it's like a man form. Like, it's just in all of us. So like, when
do you know how crazy that sounds? You tried to describe it. Fam.
yeah, I know. I
It's
tried.
in all of us, bro.
But
So it's
low
blood,
key,
so it's oxygen, so it's...
no, but that is actually a distinct like organism that's about us. Like once you describe man, like
Are you talking about males?
males, man,
Females have testosterone too.
Do
but
they?
Very, very small amount.
really. I just thought it was just always a thing. that
Every
was just
human
in
has
male.
testosterone, but testosterone is what, for example, the more testosterone you have, obviously you grow facial hair or like hair on your body, your voice gets deeper, all of that stuff.
Now, do we see that as like a positive trait? That's one. Like, do you see testosterone as a positive trait?
yes.
I think it's, what do you mean a positive trait?
Well, that's what I want to know first.
Would you want
You
to
have to
know?
answer
wanna
my
know?
question.
Fam, I can't
you
ask
think
you.
it's good or not?
Yeah,
Well,
what do you mean?
So you listed all the traits that
Yeah.
testosterone has. Do you see it as a good trait? Like,
Is-
if you
is
had it.
testosterone
For a
positive?
guy,
Yeah.
for a guy,
Is testosterone a good thing?
for a guy, yeah.
Yeah. Do you like it?
What the fuck?
Answer the question.
Do I like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Fam. It sounds so weird, bro.
No, just wait. All right. So, do you like testosterone?
It's alright, yeah, I fuck with it. Fuck with it, bro. I fuck with testosterone, bro.
I hear it.
I say, yeah, I don't mind
But
it.
you know what it is? No, 'cause you know what it is? I started thinking about it as well, innit? Like, Steve, you don't mind testosterone? Yeah.
What about you?
My thing, I enjoy it.
What's going on? What are we doing
I
there?
enjoy it.
That's how man has a choice, bro.
Episode 99, bro.
You know what it is,
Fuck
yeah?
me.
So like,
Enjoy it, you know?
when you see like, so you go online, there's even like when you go like fitness websites, they actually have testosterone boosters. And I thought to myself, why would you want to get a testosterone booster? But maybe it's like for guys who are getting elderly, and like maybe they don't have as much now. So for me, I always used to link testosterone with like, is it sexual energy? So I always used to think that. So it's like, you know, when they say like when you do leg day, you know, it boosts your testosterone and all of that now.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong, I can still feel confident and whatnot in any other day. But fair enough, yeah, there may be days where maybe I have done a low body workout and I've done something where it builds up the testosterone in me, innit? Now, obviously we all know that women are attracted to testosterone. So that's why I asked, like, what are we really attracted to? Like, why do we really like it? You know what I'm
It's not
saying?
because of testosterone, bro.
No,
I
I
mean, it's
hear
not
it.
'cause
I
it
hear
makes-
it. It's not that. But it aids because you know when they say a woman can sense it.
Yeah, but
You know what I'm
they
saying?
don't even know why they can sense it.
It's
That's
a science.
the thing.
It's a science
It's-
thing.
Yeah.
And I remembered something. I'm gonna write it down because obviously we've got to talk about it after. I remembered something about women that is mad.
But my thing is, yeah,
Go on,
like
yeah, go on,
testosterone
go on.
for me has always been interesting, and it's like it's a man for me anyway. I thought it was a man thing, innit? So let's say now, yeah, like when we talk about like how men approach certain situations, or like men might approach a girl, so and so, they might have this. We're used to having a kind of like, okay, I'm gonna be forward, I'm gonna have that energy about me. This is what it is. So like, I don't get surprised sometimes when I see like another man with another guy. It's kind of like, well, they both got the same kind of energy. So like when we see how forward it can be, so like. Male testosterone.
Hold on.
Now think about it like this now. Yeah?
I'm lost.
Yeah, bro.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Man's in Timbuktu, bro.
I'll break it down.
No Google Maps.
I'll break it down. So I've been approached by, you already know, I've been saying from early in it, like there's been times where gay men have approached because they thought that was my flex.
I feel we've all had that
Yeah,
situation.
we've all been in that
Yeah,
scenario.
so yeah. But have you ever felt like it was mad forward? Like raw, like
Aggressive.
look,
Like
just
they
a
be
bit.
wild.
I don't think it's because of testosterone, but go on.
It's a theory.
Yeah.
So it makes me think to myself, like, well, men already have a kind of approach anyway. So like when you have a guy who's already used to that kind of approach, and you have another guy who's used to that approach, should we really be surprised that they already have a straightforward energy? It's like, I know what I want, this is what it is, boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Because we know when it comes to women now, it's going to be a different approach all the time. So like when I think about it, I'm like, is it the male energy in us where it's like, if we see another guy and let's just say that guy's already seen this guy, it's already cool. That energy is already in me. So it's like, yeah, what we saying, G? Yeah, I'm on it as well.
I ain't got no one that's approached me like that. I won't lie to you.
Not like that. Not like that.
When,
but
like,
the energy is forward. Mad forward.
For me, the way I see it, yeah, to come out as like openly gay, that's already a bold thing to do, especially in like society, innit? So that already shows a certain level of confidence that you have in yourself. But I don't link that to testosterone. I think it's just self-confidence. Because, for example, you could have low testosterone and not know that you have low testosterone. But the symptoms could be like you've got low energy, lack of motivation. It's not like you're listing like the physical traits in it, but there's so much that comes from testosterone. So
I want to know more about it though.
Yeah, so you can have someone that's like they've got like the traits that you probably don't know about, but they're still self-confident. So they'll approach you same way, or they'll approach you in the same way. Confidence isn't really linked to testosterone, bruv. I don't think it's linked to testosterone. There'll be days you feel like energized, like, yeah, today's good, so you just feel more positive. It could be linked, but in terms of like just self-confidence and approaching people, I don't think it's testosterone.
I won't say it's linked to all of it, but I do say that testosterone has a big part, especially when you get like opposite like sexual energy from your opposite male partner, like sexual partner. So if it's a female and how they can sense it, I don't know how they can sense it though. I never know. Like I would never know how a woman would be able to sense a certain energy about a man, especially the testosterone in it. I would not know.
It's mad. And still on the science, because